Guillee and I just went through what she called a dimensional shift. It was very strange. We went between for a really long time, and then it was like I was going through a sliver of energy, something almost 2D, something flat, like I couldn't breathe through it. And then we came out of that and went in through a really intense wormhole. One of those ones that's really rocky and vibrational. And now we're floating in space. So, Guillee, are we in a dimension within the dimension of our Milky Way galaxy? Are we in a dimension within a dimension? You are in a dimension within a dimension within a dimension. Holy blazes. No wonder it felt so different. Guys, it was different than anything I've experienced before. And I know I say that, and I keep thinking that they can't possibly teach me something different, but there's infinite possibilities of them teaching me something new. Whoa. We're in a dimension within a dimension within a dimension. Because the dinosaur and the ancients and the elves and the unicorns, that's a dimension within dimension, correct? Yes, Karen. And this is different. But before I came, guys, Archangel Michael put a cloak over me that was a biofilm. It was not something that I needed my energy signature hid. So this is a safe dimension for me, Guillee. It is. There's no harm that will come to me here. Correct. And are we meeting the Andromeda Council, guys? Yes. There is something they want to show you and Mark and introduce to the world. You're amazing. Thank you. I just want everybody to hear how much I love you and value and you appreciate you. Thank you, Guillee.
I love you too, Guillee.
She winked. Oh, that's right. Blue is not with us. Mark's dragon Blue often accompanies us, but he's not with us today. Okay, Guillee, are we? There's a spaceship. There's a spaceship. Can we go? Is this a shuttle? It looks like it's a shuttle. Are you going to be able to go into this one? Nope. You get to climb on board. You said I was safe, Guillee. Oh, guys, I don't like to climb in the middle of space, but at least I know she's going to fly around and catch me if I fall. So at least I know that. Okay, Guillee, I know you will always protect me and be there for me. Alrighty, they're shooting out one of those things like at the airport, you know. I'm getting one of those things to step onto. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, Guillee. Go ahead, jump, Karen. In the middle of space, you want me to jump? Yes, I want you to jump. You said you trust me. Oh, you didn't have to test me. Dang. Okay, I'm jumping. And I'm floating. Oh my God, I'm floating right onto it. Your gravitational force is bringing you there. It's attracting your field. Wow. I'm just floating like I'm on a conveyor belt into the shuttle.
There's another
Bye,
interesting
Guillee.
example of the technologies that are available.
Exactly, Mark. Very true. It's like I got sucked on board. Like I really am on a conveyor belt. Still getting in there. Okay, it says closed, so it's one of those cold mists. Cleansing me. That's so challenging. Okay. So necessary, but not fun. Okay, and am I going to get to go inside the shuttle? I'm still in that dark tube. I guess you would call it a tube. It's opening! There's Guillee. Oh, I'm getting a hug. I'm hugging him, whether he wanted it or not. Thank you. Get me out of that thing. Makes me think of those people who were like under the sea, like, and they got lost in one of those little bubble things, and they just died, or the people in space. Oh my God, that would make me panic. Hi, Curry. Hello. Thank you, Sweet. We haven't seen you in a while, and Willem is here. Thank you, Ambassador Kassandr. Hello. I can get hugs from him now. Yes. Oh my goodness gracious. Ambassador Kassandr is saying, hello, Mark.
Namaste. Love you all.
They're all saying hello to you as well. And can you please explain to us what about dimensions within dimensions within dimensions, number one. Number two, kind of what we did in the transformational shift. And number three, where are we? That would be really helpful. Thank you. They're all laughing. Ambassador speaking. Good. You are in a dimension, and we wish to show you what is happening here. So we can't tell you where you are yet until you see it. And as far as a dimension within a dimension within a dimension, there are infinite dimensions and possibilities and creative worlds. If somebody just thinks about another world they want to create, do they create it? No. Dimensions are created when there is a vibrational shift in energy. So it's like a vortex of energy that happens. And we might equivalent it for you all like a tornado. You know how a tornado is its own energy system on Earth? Well, a dimension is its own energy system that happens. And it's created through vibratory sound frequencies that then create a dimensional shift where it moves away from the dimension it was in and becomes its own world. Does this happen with beings in it already, or do beings then find their way to this dimension, or do they grow within it? Often it happens with dimensions, with beings in it, and it becomes its own, separate entity. Like the cartoon Morton Hears a Who. I have to watch that. I've never seen it. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Karen, you should watch that. It will help you understand it.
So does the toning that Karen and I do help us to connect multidimensionally when we do that type of the work? Because we're doing it on the consciousness level as well as the toning, the tones within tones and so forth.
That's a great question, Mark. It does, Mark. It basically wakes up dimensional vibrations in your own fields as well as for the world and for people to connect to. What do you mean by in our own fields? We have dimensions within dimensions in our own field? Yes. In the sense of you've got emotional pockets within your field. Like some of them are pain bodies. Some of them are precious memories. Some of them are experiences of love. Some of them are remembrances as a light source. So you've got those dimensional pockets of energy, of emotional energy within your field at all times. So what you're saying then is like a pain body, when we have some kind of karmic pain body. It's like a bubble, like a bubble of energy. Correct. And so when people go to like the Trail of Tears and they feel the pain and they sit and sob because that's what the Native Americans were doing when they walked that trail. When they feel that, it's like a bubble of the dimensional, emotional bubble that exists there in that field, or battlefields is another example. Exactly.
So like in haunted homes and castles and even the land, that is very historical, where war events or other things happen going back in time, and there's haunting, for example, that's part of that process and that experience of those there.
Like another dimension of energy. Yes. So these stairways that go to nowhere that they're finding in the middle of woods, and there's a stairway there. Is that, and then, people go up them and disappear. Are they doorways to other dimensions? Yes. What about the Bermuda Triangle? I know that they are portals. They're wormholes, so to speak, that go into other dimensions. Correct. So do you always need a wormhole to go into another dimension? Because we did go through the wormhole. Yes, you do. You need a portal. It's the doorway. A wormhole or a portal. A portal is more of a doorway than a wormhole. A wormhole is connecting two different vibrational fields together. It's a way to get from one vibrational field, the Milky Way galaxy, into the Andromeda galaxy. Those are two vibrational fields. And a wormhole is a way to go from one to the other, to connect them. It's a connector. Just like you have connectors for your computers to connect this monitor to that computer. Wormholes are connectors of two different energy sources. To get into a dimension, you need a connector and a portal, which is what you experienced. So I experienced that flat line kind of thing where I was just in like a 2D, that shift, the dimensional shift is what Guillee called it. Before, when I've gone into dimensional, like when we went to the unicorns and we were going between, and then we go through a portal, and then between, and then a portal, and between, and then the portal. We didn't go through a dimensional shift. No, because that was only a 2-dimensional vibratory field. This was 3. So you had to switch fields. We had to switch, like they're saying, I'm hearing the word altitude. Switch altitudes to get into a 3rd-dimensional field. I had to switch vibrations. Yes. It was a vibrational field shift. So a wormhole wasn't enough for that. Not in this case, no. Is it sometimes enough for a 3rd-dimensional shift? Yes. Okay. Okay. Well, we need to.
All right. Yeah, I have something which is weird. Here on Earth, years ago when I was walking along a lake, which was a water source for the area, and I went to assist this Indian who was lost. We sat down on a log, we helped each other, and then we walked back to where his wife and child were, and they were picking berries, I think, or something like that, herbs, and I helped them to reconnect to them and the rest of the tribe, and they were very appreciative, the entire tribe was, to what I have done. So what actually happened at that time that would help people to better understand that type of a spiritual journey and experience?
Did Mark help someone get back to their dimension, or did he help a soul that hadn't crossed over cross over to the other side? Mark, in that case, you helped a soul cross over. It wasn't a dimensional shift. Are there dimensions within our dimension where there are Native Americans still living? Are there tribal dimensions? There are other dimensions that have tribes in them. Were they taken there the same as the elves and the sprites and the unicorns? Were they moved into other dimensions to protect them after white man came and tried to massacre them? Were they removed to other dimensions? No, they were kept on the planet. Darn, I almost wish they would have been protected to other dimensions. Okay. All right. So where are we in this? What is this world that is so unique and that we had to go through a very special transportation field to get here? What a transformational shift, or dimensional shift. Dimensional shift. I keep want to call it transformational. In many ways it was, Karen. Oh, okay, Galilee. The shuttle's moving. We were moving while we were talking. But where are we going to is the real question. I am so confused at this point as to what this could possibly be. This one has me totally stumped. Oof. Okay. Well, while we're moving, Curry, can you tell me, has it been working better that we've been able to pull the ascension energy up through Earth? Are we getting some headway in that? It's helping. You are starting to shift things. Oh, okay. The shuttle just stopped.
Maybe we can go into more detail with that a little bit later.
Oh dear, I'm yawning. So this frequency is very different for me. So we are waiting for the shuttle door to open. Here we are going through a cleansing process for the shuttle, the same as you went through. What is the vibrational frequency like in this world that is causing us to have to go through such extreme measures? It is a world that is a very high vibrational world, and therefore we can't bring in any contaminants from our fields and our worlds because it would greatly endanger the beings here. But if they're high vibrational, would it even affect them? We don't want to leave the field here. It would leave a field that could grow. So it's best that we decontaminate everything and not even chance feeding that energy here. Okay, that makes sense. All right, the door is opening. Oh my goodness gracious. Namaste. There are beings here that are light. They're very short. And they have a head on them that is like a squashed Hershey kiss. But you can see through them. They're just light, and there's a structure to their body, but they're vibrating. They're just like a light body in a field, a defined field. Almost like they're a pencil sketch with, the outside definitions. I'm bowing. Oh gosh, this is a different dimension, a different energy field. And who are these beings? What is this species called? You will see. Okay then. Hi, namaste. They're only about 3 feet tall. They're 3 to 4 feet. Maybe almost like little mushrooms. Very interesting. But there's hair coming out the top, almost like the Hershey Kiss little taper. They have hair, and okay. It's so bright I can't see anything. So is there something that you guys can give me? It'll get better, Karen. All right, they're taking my hand because I can't see. It's like a bright light, and it's hurting my eyes. Thank you. I think we're really honored guests here, Mark. They are so excited to have us here. It's like we're on a yellow carpet. We are being walked along a walkway, and they're all so excited. We are definitely honored guests here. Curry, are these the people who live here? Or are they, one of the species? Is there multiple species? Multiple, Karen. Okay. These are great. Ah. Oh my goodness gracious. Namaste. Is this the world of the Daro and the Taro? Is this where they're from originally? Yes, it's one of the dimensions that they created. Aww. Hello.
Namaste.
Mayor?
Namaste.
You're the mayor, right? Yes. Namaste, Mark and Karen. Namaste. It's the mayor.
Namaste.
Is this where he lives? Yes. So they don't live in inner Earth. No, they live in this dimension, and they come to inner Earth for the meetings. I'll be darned. Oh my goodness
Interesting.
gracious! Don't they also have Don't they also live in inner Earth? No, they created, or did they? Did they used to live in inner Earth? Or have they always been in this dimensional shift? Always. I'll be darned. So how does this get involved with inner Earth then? Why are you on the council? There are multiple dimensions within inner Earth. And our dimensions affect one another because we are a bubble, and whatever we do affects the whole, and vice versa. So we can't have things happening that will shift our vibrational frequency, because our frequency is against every other frequency. The same as the universe can't shift if there is a warring galaxy. It will affect every other galaxy. So even though we're in this dimension, we still have the connection. All molecules are connected. All vibratory fields are connected. We will always affect and be affected by something else. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Okay, well thank you for inviting us to your world.
Mm.
We're honored.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation. Thank you.
I'm still looking around, and everything is such a bright light. I can't distinguish anything in this field. How can this get better, Curry? Are we supposed to see what's here or not? We would rather you don't completely see our world. However, use these glasses and it will assist you.
Mm.
Oh, that's what I thought. And now looking at this beautiful, beautiful forestry area. Very, very pretty. A huge valley that's just so pretty. And the green, it's so green, it's so lush, it's so beautiful. Yes, we pride ourselves on that. And that's one of the reasons we live in this dimension, because we can maintain it. Unlike the surface humans.
So are the elephants, the elephants of our surface are connected through you and the others are they connected to this dimension through their higher aspects, or in their sleep state, or lucid dreaming? How would you describe that?
Yes, they are connected to us. They are an ancient species of ours. Mayor, were you created by a DNA splicing? Were you originally half human, half elephant, or was that a genetic experiment? It was a genetic experiment. One that worked. You have seen the ones that don't work. This is one that worked. So we are functioning, capable species that can continue to thrive and be and grow. Wow. Okay.
So how many species have done that to this or higher vibrational states of being that are part in the assistance of this process in the creation support teams?
Ambassador Kassandr is saying thousands, Mark. There are thousands that didn't make it. Think about how long these experiments have been going on. It's not only the Nazi scientists that do them. It's been centuries of experiments by other galactics. So there are probably more like tens of thousands of species. And then many have died off, like the Centaurians and those beings. Did they die off, or are they in other dimensions? We did see Centaurians. Yes, they were moved to other dimensions. So they are still able to continue. But many have not been able to. Or they have difficulty procreating, and then that eliminates the species. Even though they could thrive and live on their own, if they can't procreate, they will eventually be gone. Okay, that makes sense too.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
Mayor, what is it that you...
Yeah. What would be interesting is once the truth is actually known about our human form and how we have evolved and changed over many eons, which of course is not taught or even shared on our surface yet.
Yeah, yes, the truth of our history. Okay, Mayor, what would you like to show us here? Why did you invite us here today? What is it that we need to see or know about? Yes. Come with me. I'd like to show you something. We are walking around this lush path, and oh my goodness gracious, look at that. There's this gorgeous waterfall. Just glorious waterfall. Oh, it's so pretty. Making my heart sing just to stand here. Well, there's more reasons it's making your heart sing, Karen. This is the ascension like close to food energy. Green. So, focusing on things attention. Correct. Because of the ascension energy. The commander, if we could create this possibility, it's been so being taken to other dimensions. So, how do we get this on? We could get where that would create a whole flow of ascension energy. Three is saying you have been increasing that. We have been working on that. And we ask you all to continue to bring it up through the soil, through the water. We ask that you all start praying over your food. Number one, your planet needs it. Number two, when you do that, you pull the light kosher food energy into the food and you send it out to every light frequency of food and energy. You send it to the water, the soil, the air when you're blessing your food. When you get home from the grocery store, bless all of the bags. Pull it into the bags. Put that energy, the ascension, like kosher food energy, into your food that's in your refrigerator. Because look at what happens when the energy is in everything. There's fruit trees. It's just so lush. It's so beautiful. It sort of reminds me of the glitter and the beauty in the unicorn world. Wow. Exactly, Karen, the mayor said. Exactly. This is why it's so critical for you to just keep pulling it up. When you hear these shows, just pull it in and through. Go to the water or the rivers, wherever you are. Think about the ocean and just pull the energy into there. You can do that. Mayor, you're the Taro beings. Are the Daro here? Are they in this dimension as well? They are. They have their own villages that we are now all peacefully working together. That's so great. So great. We've even gotten a third species of our being, of who we are. There are more than just the Daro and the Taro, and we have brought them into this dimension as well. So there's 3 species of our genetics that are peacefully coexisting now. That's awesome. I just can't describe, guys, how gloriously beautiful this is. So pretty. And so vibrant. Everything shines. Everything has a sparkle to it. Again, the same as the dimension of the unicorns. Okay. What else are we to be aware of? Walk with me this way. We're walking around the falls, and I'm looking down at fields of vibrantly healthy fruits and vegetables. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, so I have a question for all of you that we were just discussing. As we ascend, and as we get our vibration higher and higher on Earth, and as we go through the Aquarian constellation to higher and higher vibrations, are we going to need to shift how we eat? Are we going to need to become vegetarians and let go of meat? Gradually, yes. Your bodies are not capable of doing it overnight at this point. It will create more of an imbalance than a balance. You want to gradually do it. Gradually, meal by meal. Cut back on the amount of meat. Increase the amount of vegetables. But don't go to an extreme, because if you gradually do it, your body will easily, the cells will just adjust. It's like, oh, this little tweak, oh, that little tweak, oh, over here, oh, over there. Versus when you totally do a 360 and change, your body goes, wah! And it starts to want to hold on to the old patterns. And it won't work. to do it that way. But your society is so dense and so dark right now. You are not ready to let go of being carnivores yet. Some, yes. A lot of others, no. So you want to do a gradual. You want to do a gradual, less and less and less protein, and more of the other nutrients as your body needs. Okay. Karen, you have realized finally that your supplements, all the supplements you take are food. It's the energy from food that you can't get in the food anymore. Well, you can if you start praying over it. Every day, every meal, everything you drink, everything you buy, bless it, bless it, bless it, bless it, bless it. Stand at your refrigerator and send light and love into everything. In your cabinets, in your pantries. Make sure you bless everything that comes into that house. Start making a gentle shift. And as you grow and expand, and as the world shifts up to meet you, you will start to be better able to adjust your physical well-being to the new food resources. That's what there is to know about that. Curry, this reminds me of the food that we saw in Inner Earth, that it's so huge vegetables and fruits and stuff. Is this similar? Are they using a similar concept and process? They are. Yes, Karen, they are. And they're sourcing it with that water. Okay. Mark, do you have a question?
Yeah, because I remember a while back when we're on the medical ship and we were showing the plants there, and we were told that all of them were upgraded with this new technology. So what are they working with now on ships like that?
Monitoring outcomes, remember the show we did where some worlds had an imbalance from those not using it versus the ones that were, and it was almost creating a division and a war type atmosphere. We are greatly monitoring that and making sure that everything is a balanced equilibrium.
Right, because I'm sure that is a concern here on the surface of this planet because of the extremes, like we've been talking about.
Exactly, Mark. That's why we can't even bring it to the surface until there is a more even balance on the planet. And that is why we are suggesting bring it up through the water, the soil, the air, because then people will breathe it. It will help to create a balance, to be able to introduce it even more. Okay. All right. What else do we need to know about your world? What we're walking around to another section. I'm getting a sense of like African animals. Are these tigers and lions and all of that information? It is, Karen. Mark brought it up that we stem from DNA from the elephants, so we have a connection to Africa and the plains and the fields and all of the different beings there. And we brought some of them here. And what we can share with you is they live on the light question food energy. They have no need to kill anything anymore for their nourishment. Now, we understand why you still wouldn't trust that. But the point being is, that is what's happening in other vibratory fields, is that beings are taking this energy and they are no longer willing to attack, hunt, eat something else, or do anything that would harm. And that's an important factor.
So this is working with a lot of the mammals, like you're showing from Africa. How about some, like, let's see, the birds, raptors, and so forth? Have they been, some of them been taken through this similar process somewhere else?
They are there any here? We have a few here, and they are also becoming much more peaceful and not killing food to eat it. They haven't learned to trust with their babies yet, because remember, we haven't been doing the waterfall very long, but it's getting into everything, and the water then evaporates into the air, and so you're breathing it, you're speaking it, you're talking it. It will eventually move into here. Guys,
so
I'm
maybe
really
that...
having a hard time holding on here. I'm fading in and out of this conversation. So, is there anything else that we really need to know from this? Otherwise, I've got to get back to Earth. One more thing, Karen. I want to show you one more thing. While we were walking, and ask your question.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the many other carnivorous animals that we have on our planet, and there is even a few carnivorous plants. You know, it's everywhere. Even insects that are carnivorous. So you know, it's global on our planet, as you all know. Many species are dependent on carnivorous or omnivorous type needs from their perspective.
Curry's saying, yes, Mark, your planet was created for carnivorous beings. And they were all created to be that way. Do we have to continue that way, Curry? It really makes me crazy. I just can't stand that spiders suck the life force out of something, or
mosquitoes,
lions rip off the leg. Yeah. Alligators.
Mosquitoes, no-see-ums. Yeah. Well, we were told that they were going to be removing the alligators and the crocodiles when we went to go see the dinosaurs. Remember, they said they were going to be removing them at some point.
I didn't think they were removing them. But
yeah,
they need to be
along that idea, because I'm thinking like the mosquitoes and them, because not only do they feed, but they also spread disease.
Yep.
Through that action as well.
Yes. Yes, there's a lot of harmful things on the planet. We're walking, but I feel like we've arrived somewhere, but I can't see what we've arrived at. Oh. It's like a bird sanctuary. Oh my goodness gracious.
And like I was talking about earlier. Yep.
Are these all the different species of birds? There's a ton of them here. Oh, wow. Yes, Karen, we wanted to see this also because, as Mark had mentioned, will it change the species? Will they stop being so carnivorous? And we have found that it has worked with the beings we had in the safari area versus these that are here in the bird aviary. So do you have different sections of where you have all these species? Yes, we do. Wow. It's beautiful. And none of these are eating something else to survive. They're not eating bugs. They're not eating anything else. Correct. We've been working on creating the world that you could see as a result of the ascension energy coming onto the planet. Very great. That's really wonderful.
So are all the planets in our planetary system going through a similar process, each in their own way?
The ones where the ascension light kosher food is, yes. Not the ones that don't have that.
Right. Karen and I were talking about Saturn earlier. It probably is not.
No, it's not. Have the Ambassador Kassandr, have the Nazi scientists been removed from Saturn? Did they remove them and put them in the dimension where the Nazi scientists were moved to? Yes, they did. So they are no longer in that area. Are they still doing their experiments? Yes. Is it being contained in the other world? Yes, it is. All right, well, that's good news.
Right.
Okay.
I thought they would have been stopped from doing those experiments.
No, you can't stop them. That's what creation said. They have a right to create. But they took them to a dimension where they can't harm anyone in this one. So, well, do they have the DNA there that they would need to continue with experiments? No, they don't. Okay. All right, I've got to get back. Is there anything else? I'm really struggling here. This is not an easy dimension to be in. Curry, Galilee, anybody, Ambassador? We're walking back to the area that we came in on. And someone's talking to the Taro mayor. What? They're just reviewing some information, Karen. All right. Is it time for us to go back? Yes, we can go back, Karen. Thank you so much, Mayor. We so greatly appreciate this opportunity to see this area. Yes, and I'm very sorry to hear that you are very much struggling. We thought it might be difficult, but we didn't realize how difficult for you. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for being here. And thank you for all the support and for taking such good care of our plants up there. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Namaste.
Yeah. Namaste. Love you all. Love everyone here. Namaste.
All right. We are going back into the shuttle. Okay. Starting to feel a little better. You guys don't have any trouble with that, do you? Oh, yes, I do, Curry is saying. I have trouble in that dimension. So I can understand why you would have so much difficulty staying there, Karen. We saw what we wanted you to see. Most importantly, that the waterfall created is creating so much lush area. So, Karen, you are concerned, and many people listening are concerned about, the shuttle's taking off, the farms and the land and the crops that are being harmed by the powers that be on the planet. So what we want you to focus on is what you saw today. Pulling this up, pulling this energy into the water, pulling it into the rocks, pulling it into the trees, pulling it into the grass. And that will help shift. And then once we can get that shift done, then we can work on getting someone who would be much, 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 much better at supporting and assisting.
So it's sort of like working on the terraforming of our planet on the surface.
Correct, Mark. Well said. That's what it would be like. The shuttle
Your
is
collective
moving.
consciousness and intention. That's something our listeners can all be a part of.
Absolutely. We ask all of you listening to assist with this. This is huge. It's huge importance. We are flying through space right now. And we just went into a ship, correct? This is your ship, Ambassador Kassandr? Yes, it is. Yep. You can leave from here. Guillee is waiting in the cargo hold. Good. Okay. Oh, it's so fascinating. I wish I could have stayed longer, but I was really, really, really losing it. Okay, great. So we are back here. Is there anything else that you need Mark and I to know this week or this month? This month for our updates? All is well, and know that there are many dimensions around you supporting this. So just keep pulling it up. Remember to bring it into your food, your water, your soil, your air. Remember every day, guys, to do your grounding connection meditation, where you get into your one with the unconditional love of all that is, and then start to bring forth what it is you want to cleanse and heal, and get into that I am presence. That will ground you in the physical, and it will assist you in the quantum field of the Earth energy field. So you can work in both arenas every day. Very important. Thank you all. So appreciate this. Oh, thank you. So, are you going to be meeting with the Taro and the Daro again? Is that why your ship is here? Yes, we have conference meetings that we are going to be working in. Oh, there he is. Commander Z! I was in meetings and just heard that you arrived. Wanted to come say hello to you and Mark and to everyone listening. Oh, namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Yeah. Energetically, of course, I'm giving you a great big hug, as always.
Yes, and back at you. You are, we're wanting to share all of the amazing results that we're getting with the Light Quotient Food Energy. And the Taro and Daro felt safe to have you come to their world. Now, I didn't have an energy signature on me. I didn't have anything stopping my energy signature. Could I be followed to their world? No. They have that so established. They have firewalls like you wouldn't even know how to begin to look at. I don't doubt that, actually.
I love it.
Yes, they are the ultimate firewall creators. We ask their help often, in fact. So, very great. Yeah. So then you're all meeting today here on the ship. Yes, we are going to be doing some more work about the results of the Light Quotient food and how we can better bring it to the surface of Earth, we see what's going on, and just know that we are sending lots of love your way. But really, the bottom core line to all of this is that you all have to do it for yourself. We can amp up what you create, but you've got to create it before we can amp it.
Right.
So,
I mean, as you know, the bio warfare has got to come to an end once and for all on all those dark agendas.
and what you all are capable of is wrapping them in films of violet flame, in impenetrable bubbles that will Karen said it today in her meditation, create films that any harm coming to it will rapidly ricochet back to its source and explode.
I love that. I love it.
You guys have to start stepping into the power of your light. You are capable of this. We see it, we know it, but you have to. And once you do, imagine the synergy of our amping up what you're doing on Earth. It's going to change rapidly. So, also know it can't change that extreme all at once because you would all implode. We don't want that either.
Right. And like I've worked on is bringing the karmic mirrored spheres, the quantum karmic mirrored spheres, to those that are part of the dark agendas so that they can no longer cause harm to anyone else.
They wake up and see who they are. That's a wonderful idea, Mark. Have them, the mirror show them who they are. And
part of that is so that they will be seen for who and what they truly are, and divine transparency, and held accountable.
There's a way to tweak this that I want to offer to you. That they not only see who they're being, they also feel the pain that they cause. Add that piece.
Yeah, I love that.
Add that piece. Yes, me too. I'm going to use that one too. All right, guys, we ask all of you listening to please use this information. Please do the intention prayers and the mass meditations, and bring up, use the impenetrable bubbles of violet flame, that any harm coming to you or any of your loved ones rapidly ricochets back to its source. Because the only way it's going to change on this planet, I'm realizing, is what we were just discussing, is when the perpetrators feel the pain and have the perpetration done to them. That's the only way it's going to stop. Because they won't be able to take it. They're so used to being abusers, they can't even begin to receive abuse.
Right.
And
I think I'm going to put together a meditation thing that you can share on the channel too. So I'm going to be working on that this week.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Any final words from all of our Andromeda Council team? You are loved. You are supported. You are valued. You are amazing, bright, beautiful lights. It's time for you to see the mirror of who you are and feel the alchemist ability that you have to transmute your world to light and love. Because if you transmute it to any kind of harm or aggression, it will rapidly ricochet back to you. Karen and Mark have been doing some good work around that. So, know who you are. Step into it. Believe in it. We do. We see it. You are loved and honored. Namaste. Thank you. Ambassador, thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Hugs
Namaste.
from
Love, light, and
all.
blessings to all of you. And to all of our listeners, I send all our love and light and blessings to each of you, love, light, and blessings. To all of our listeners on their path and their journey to enlightenment, and that the experiences that we share here on our updates are for your growth and development, as well as your conscious ascension experience, and how you can each contribute to this as they have been sharing with us time and time again. Namaste.
Well said, Mark. I want to remind the listeners in the show notes that Mark's information is at the bottom of the description. My information is my link to my website. It's a tumultuous time, and our work will help you see what's going on in a new perspective and how to move through it. So if we can be of assistance, please let us know. Please like and subscribe this channel, because it's in that we expand. Share it if you have anybody that you know that would honor and value the information. The more people who wake up to who they are, and the more people who start doing these meditations and sending love to everything, and surrounding things with love, and sending love to the areas that have been manipulated and damaged from chemical spills or weather manipulation and the harsh weather extreme patterns, or big tech, biotech, biowarfare, warfare. The more that we have love and light going to these areas, we can transmute the harm that's been done and get it back into a higher vibratory field of light and love, which honors and serves all. It honors and serves Mother Earth, nature, and all beings on the planet. Thank you. Thank you for this. And greater always. Namaste. Amen. Aho. Thanks for being part of the Awakenings family, and we'll see you next month. I will be posting another Wise Ones Wisdom meditative journey and show as well this month. So look for that soon. Thank you. Namaste. Bye for now.